past on and off months
Nigga,
facing
I
house arrest.
know they sick. They feel some type of stupid, if not all type of stupid. Ain't no way they get that nigga for the free. What? Nigga, what? Yo, what it do to man? I'm not wanna waste time, so I'm get straight into it. You feel me? Now, today about to reacting too. How Birdman stole NBA YoungBoy from Atlantic Records. Interesting. I don't know how the record label shit go, but hey, they about to break it down for us. We're gonna learn something new today. Let's get it.
In May of 2022, NBA YoungBoy refused to re-sign with Atlantic Records for $25 million. And YoungBoy landed right in the hands of the biggest blood, Birdman.
I've been telling you about NBA YoungBoy.
No, that's a long time.
How long I've been telling you about Lil Blood?
Now, NBA YoungBoy throughout the past couple years hasn't had the greatest artist-to-label relationship with Atlantic Records. Now, rewinding back to 2017, YoungBoy signed with the label for a 5-album, 5-year deal worth $2 million. And over this 5 years, YoungBoy put out over 20 projects and fulfilled his contract requirements multiple times and still had bad issues with Atlantic Records.
That's crazy. He was supposed to drop 5, the nigga dropped 20. What? Goat right there.
The biggest issue that YoungBoy had at the time was Atlantic Records wouldn't give YoungBoy his masters. Now, YoungBoy even made offers to the label saying, hey, if I give you my next 4 albums, can I own back my masters? And the answer was, of course, no. During the time where he's beefing with Atlantic, he put out this tweet on his YouTube saying, I was going #1 2 weeks straight with a mixtape. So they took it off the charts. I don't give a F. You still can't stop me. Don't sign to Atlantic. If you're an artist, they're not going to support you if you live a certain way. Now, it's been over 5 years since NBA YoungBoy has been on tour. And the entire...
Let me see. Thank you. Damn, my baby got this ball with the bill in it.
World is on his feet, ready to see Make America Slime again. Now, while at a show, which I believe was in New York or New Jersey, Academics, Vlad, and Birdman linked up behind the stage and pretty much talked about the state of the hip-hop world and the success of NBA YoungBoy. Now, during this conversation, Birdman was speaking on the fact that he saw the value of YoungBoy early on that a lot of people didn't see, and how essentially, when YoungBoy was facing house arrest charges during 2021 and 2022, Mike Kaiser, who was a CEO exec at Atlantic Records at the time, essentially basically gave him the rights to NBA YoungBoy for free.
You told me this like years ago, man. You told me this shit years ago, and I was saying,
imagine giving up an artist like YoungBoy for the free. Unless I heard that wrong, cuz I could have heard that.
We see Mike Kaiser.
Facts.
We see Mike Kaiser at Barclays.
Big fact.
Yo, first thing. Yo,
to me.
Stunner said this. Mike Kaiser, nigga, at Atlantic. That's the executive. He said, I don't even think he worked there no more, but yo, Stunner looks at him and says, and he points at YoungBoy on stage and said, you gave him to me. He just gave it to me.
No money. I was like,
crazy.
Mike, I was confused. I would give Mike $10-20 million.
You know when I asked him what he said? And this told me everything about labels. He says, Ack, what you want me to do? The nigga was in jail. They don't know what to do with him.
He had a rough start.
Yeah, but
hey,
Stunner gonna rock.
He gave blood to me. I'm like, man, that what you were doing? Alright, fuck it. I know
That gotta be the worst mistake of his life. Ain't no way. You see how big YoungBoy is today? Boy.
He gave him to me. Like, I would have gave him $10-20 million for blood. And that man gave that man to me, man. Like, gave him to me. Like, you can have it. They was like tired of him. I was trying to get him man gang.
Now, Birdman would talk about that when he constructed this new deal, he actually initially wanted NBA YoungBoy and Kodak Black. Now, this is a funny mention because a lot of people say on the internet through Twitter and through Instagram that actually where YoungBoy's career is supposed to be, which I disagree with, they believe Kodak's career should be right next to him, but Kodak had a crazy...
Nah. Yeah, Kodak, he cold and all, but better than YoungBoy though? I don't know. See, I fuck with Kodak heavy, but YoungBoy, you gonna put Kodak on the same level as somebody like, I don't know, bro. He in his own tier as well, but to say he should be as big as YoungBoy, ain't nobody predict YoungBoy being this big, no way. But this shit is crazy.
Problem, so he just never really reached those heights. What Birdman would say in another clip was that fact that he essentially foreshadowed YoungBoy's career and that he was telling Academics from 2017 that YoungBoy was going to be a star. Now, Birdman is a man of his word, and I do support Birdman because, one, Birdman's from Louisiana as well as NBA YoungBoy. And if you look back from 2017, my real YoungBoy fans, we know Birdman had We Poppin', Diamond Teeth Samurai. He was with YoungBoy in the field early in his career 8 years ago. This isn't nothing new. This isn't like an old head trying to get next to a new nigga because he's getting some real money. Birdman has been by YoungBoy's side since 2017.
Facts.
They had the album, the Bayou album that came out with both their faces merged together with the blue and black cover that came out in 2021.
What's on that? The Bigger End. That's the only song I know off this album. That shit tough. The Bigger End. I love that song.
They have their song Heart and Soul, Blackball from that same album.
Heart and Soul. That's tough too. Blackball. That's tough too. See, it's something I didn't even know, but yeah.
Album. Like, Birdman has been a pivotal figure in hip-hop who's actually supported NBA YoungBoy. And when he saw YoungBoy's career early on and knew he was going to be great, he called it and he wasn't lying.
How long I've been telling you about Lil Blood?
Hey,
real.
yo, I'm gonna be honest with you.
How long I've been telling you about Lil Blood?
Hey, we gotta do another.
How
interview.
long I've been telling you about Lil Blood?
You told me he was the greatest.
Way back then, bro.
You told me he was the greatest.
Man, I've been told you about Lil Blood.
I ain't gonna lie. And we never even put this interview out. Bird told me, he said this little nigga gonna be the greatest ever. And I named a couple people. I couldn't believe you said.
And you ain't believe me.
I ain't believe you.
You ain't believe me.
I ain't believe you.
You ain't believe me.
Because here's the thing. I know he impactful, but the people we compare him to hit them heights. Like at that point,
he surpassed them heights. I hate to sound like that guy, but I'm not even that guy. You know what I'm saying? I barely listen to YoungBoy. But he's that guy, like, bro. He's tough, bro. He's fucking tough. That's what you can't deny. YoungBoy is fucking cold. If you say not, he must be into like heavy metal or some shit. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't even see, like, I'm like, maybe he's not an arena show artist here, or maybe they won't accept him to do the arena.
Didn't believe what I believed in back then.
But that's why you Phil Jackson though.
Big facts.
He's Phil Jackson though.
Phil Jackson, I agree.
Hey,
You gotta imagine, like, he got Kobe, Mike, like, come on.
This little nigga, I always knew he was special. And now, if you go back to my interview with Lil Wayne, I'll say, hey, no, bro, I love Lil Baby. That's our little homie. I was like, nah. Blood. Now it turned to be Blood. Lil Blood, man, my little nigga, man. He that nigga, bro.
You know how to pick him, man.
I don't know, I just got that gift. I just got a gift that God gave me, and I'm honorable to have that. You heard me? I had it a long time from Wayne, Drake, Nicki, Highball.
The conversation between Birdman and academics later proceed to how long NBA YoungBoy's run will continue or how much longer it's going to be in the game. Now, Birdman said YoungBoy's run will continue for another 10 years. Now, for those of you who haven't been closely following YoungBoy's career, he really got really popular in 2017 with his song Untouchable from AI YoungBoy 1. But for those who've been following his career from before, 2016, when he had the Gravity 38 Baby, was when he was getting some serious traction in the streets in the neighboring areas outside of the state of Louisiana. Now, for YoungBoy, I don't feel like YoungBoy has much more tours to give. Now, the reason why this tour was so special is because he was on house arrest for damn near 3 years. He was fighting 2 federal gun cases, one in California, the other one in Louisiana. He was on house arrest running a prescription drug ring because he had to fund a certain thing that he couldn't get because he was at home. And YoungBoy really being on tour, do I think he has 10 more years? Absolutely. But how many tours does YoungBoy have after the Make America Slime tour? I'm going to say 1, 2 being the max. When YoungBoy hits 30, 32,
1 or 2. That's why you gotta go now. Because if you don't go now,
off of the 100 M's.
my bad, yo, I'm talking over him. If you don't go now while he touring out, this might be the last chance y'all probably get to see. I'm not saying it's gonna be his last tour, but it might be. You know what I'm saying? Hey, enjoy it while you're here. No bullshit.
Live damn near fucking Italy or somewhere like that. That's how he's moving.
Co-producer is going to give you unique sounds that actually fits your track in seconds. Let me show you. First,
How y'all day going?
Who would you think he got left? Like an extra 10 run? Like
At least a 10 ball.
At least a 10.
At
Damn.
least a 10 ball.
Damn.
At least a 10 ball.
Sure.
At least a 10 ball. It might be a 20 ball. Cause hey, bro, Lil Wayne been doing this shit for
20, you gassing it, but 10, for sure.
You heard me? But I know we got at least a 10 ball.
After this, you checking out. You checking
For a
out?
fact.
For a fact. This is all right. This is the
I'm not
last.
gonna be 7 years old doing this shit.
Okay, after this, all right.
I'm done.
Now, I made a tweet about this over 2 years ago, and make sure you guys follow me at star with 2 R's Wonder on Twitter. that Birdman, in my opinion, is probably one of the most prolific and legendary record label execs because of his eye for talent. Now, the analogy or comparison that we have for Birdman is the Phil Jackson of the rap industry. And why do I say that? Phil Jackson, known NBA coach, he coached Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. Then in the 2000s, he coached Shaq, Kobe Bryant, Tyronn Lue. Like, he coached so much talent and a new eye for great coaching and great players that he just won so many rings. When it came to Birdman, he found Lil Wayne early. He later got Nicki Minaj. He had the entire Hot Boys. And then, of course, later came Drake. And now with this new realm of things, he had Thug in 2015 with the Rich Gang movement with Rich Homie Quan. And then YoungBoy a year or two later, and he found YoungBoy from Louisiana. So Birdman definitely has one of the best eyes for talent in the city or in the state of hip-hop. And if you were to ask me, he's definitely one of the greatest record label execs because not only does he care about his artists when the money is right, he's on tour with YoungBoy to make sure that he doesn't fuck up the bag because he knows artists blow through that money quick. YoungBoy probably is going to make a good 20, 30 million.
I think that's a valid take. That's definitely a valid take.
Historic. It's alleged that he's going to make $800K a show. I saw academics
She
breaking
all
it
over
down,
the place.
and I got to do the math to find out how much that's going to be because I think he has like 30 or 40 shows. But YoungBoy's on a crazy run right now. And Birdman actually outsmarted Atlantic Records to get YoungBoy for free because they didn't know what YoungBoy, someone who was in and out of jail for past on and off months.
Nigga, I know they sick. They feel some type of stupid, if not all type of stupid. Ain't no way they get that nigga for the free. What? Nigga, what?
The B. They thought it was the end for him. 4 years from now, they thought that YoungBoy would just be like a name that we bring up. Oh yeah, I remember when YoungBoy released X, Y, and Z. Oh yeah, Renata, that was cool. Oh yeah, Outside Today was cool. But no, like this man is still one of the most prolific rappers of today's time. And I'm actually doing a case study on YoungBoy because I saw a tweet that spoke to me, and it said, YoungBoy is one of the most interesting case studies in rap over the past decade. He has no number one songs. Not one song has ever charted higher than number 10, and I've only heard 2 of his songs on the radio. But his impact is undeniable, and my son and his friends...
He don't need the radio publicity to be big, and the proof is in the pudding. When the last time y'all heard a YoungBoy song on the radio? He damn near the biggest artist in the United States. Am I gassing it? I think I'm probably gassing it. I guess you could say Drake, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick. I'd rather listen to YoungBoy than Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Songs word for word.
I guess it's
now,
all
when I was
on
at the
preference.
YoungBoy concert, I was asking people how they felt about YB and what his career meant to them. And a lot of people actually said YoungBoy was the Michael Jackson of our generation. And a lot of people could feel that's disingenuous, how we don't understand how big Michael Jackson's impact is. But for someone who doesn't get played on the radio, his music isn't heavily pushed, and it's essentially sales and streams is driven through a consumer low audience, that is Michael Jackson effect if you ask me.
Now, let's say if he was to get his stuff put on the radio, you know how big he'd be if he was actually like pushing his music out through different platforms and through the radio and all that, and through like different streaming platforms. Nigga be beyond big. But no, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. I thought the title was lying. He literally stole the nigga from Atlantic Records. They gave him away for the free ski. They definitely got the short end of the stick. They didn't think that he was gonna be as big as he was. And look at him. I know he wet. I know he's salty. But no, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.